All right, today we're diving into something that is, literally saving children's lives every single day. It's a framework called IMCI, and it's basically a masterclass in systematic life-saving care.
So how can a simple, structured process save a child's life? Well, it seems like a huge question, right? But the answer is actually pretty elegant. When a child is sick, every single second counts. And having a clear, repeatable process, that's not just about being efficient. It's about getting rid of all the guesswork when the stakes are, well, as high as they can possibly be.
Okay, so these 5 things you see here, pneumonia, diarrhea, malaria, measles, and malnutrition, these are the common killers. They're tragically common, and for kids under 5, they are incredibly dangerous. But here's the thing, and this is so important. They are often treatable. The real challenge is catching them, identifying them correctly, and then acting fast. And that is the exact problem IMCI was built to solve.
So what exactly is IMCI? Well, it stands for Integrated Management of Childhood Illness. It's a strategy that was put together by the World Health Organization and UNICEF. And the key word here is integrated. It's a holistic approach. It's not just about looking at one symptom in isolation. It's about looking at the whole child, making sure that nothing falls through the cracks.
And here's the real genius of IMCI, its structure. It's all built around this 5-step framework. Think of it like a clear roadmap that takes a healthcare worker from the second a sick child walks in the door all the way to getting them on the road to recovery.
And here are the 5 steps. 1. Assess the child. 2. Classify the illness. 3. Treat the child. 4. Counsel the caregiver. And 5. Follow-up care. Every single step is absolutely vital. It's like a life-saving checklist, and we're going to walk through each one right now.
All right, first up, assessment. I love this part. This is where the healthcare worker basically becomes a detective. They're systematically hunting for clues to figure out exactly what's going on. And it all starts with the most urgent questions first.
Okay, these are what we call the general danger signs. Is the child not able to drink or breastfeed? Are they vomiting everything? Have they had convulsions? Are they lethargic or even unconscious? If the answer to any of these is yes, it's an immediate major red flag. We're not talking about a simple cold here. This means a very severe disease, and that child needs to get to a hospital, like right now.
Okay, so once those big danger signs are ruled out or acted on, the assessment moves on to the main symptoms. And the first one is a biggie, cough or difficulty breathing. The number one suspect here, pneumonia, one of the single biggest killers of young children worldwide. And this is what I find so brilliant about the IMCI method. It uses hard, objective measurements. Fast breathing isn't just a gut feeling. It's defined by these super clear numbers. You can see here, for a baby between 2 and 12 months, it's 50 or more breaths per minute. For a child from 1 to 5 years, it's 40 or more. It's simple, you can count it, and it takes all the guesswork out of the equation.
And the detective work keeps going. They look at other main symptoms too. If there's diarrhea, they're checking for how long it's been going on, if there's blood, and especially for signs of dehydration, like sunken eyes. If there's a fever, they're looking for things like a rash or neck stiffness, clues for malaria or measles. Even ear problems get checked out for pain or discharge. It's a top-to-bottom, really comprehensive checkup, and it's all guided by this amazing protocol.
So once all that assessment is done, we hit the next 2 crucial steps: classify and treat. This is where all that detective work really pays off. It's where the clues turn into a classification and then into a solid plan of action.
And I absolutely love this part. IMCI uses a super simple, super brilliant color-coded system. First up is pink. Think of it like the highest possible alert. It means severe disease. We're talking severe pneumonia, severe dehydration. The action plan here is immediate, and there's no room for debate. Give any pre-referral treatment you can and get that child to a hospital, fast. Next up, we've got yellow. This color signals a moderate disease, so the child definitely needs specific medical treatment, say an antibiotic for pneumonia. But the good news is it can be managed right there at the local clinic, no hospital admission needed.
And finally, there's green. This is for a mild disease, something like a common cold. In this case, the child can be safely cared for at home. But, and this is a big but, the key here is making sure the caregiver knows exactly what to do and what to watch out for.
And look at this. You can see exactly how the classification connects directly to the treatment. It's so clear. If the classification is yellow for pneumonia, boom, the treatment is amoxicillin. For yellow diarrhea with some dehydration, it's oral rehydration salts and zinc. It's this direct evidence-based line from problem to solution. No guesswork.
But wait,
we're not done yet. Giving the treatment is not the end of the story, not even close. The last two steps, counsel and follow-up, are just as critical. Why? Because they're all about building a partnership with the most important person in that child's world, their caregiver.
This is so important. The health worker doesn't just hand over pills, they have to teach the caregiver exactly how to take care of their child at home. We're talking how to give the meds, the right dose, how often, plus advice on food and fluids, and maybe the most important thing of all, when to come back immediately. What are those red flags they need to watch for?
Think about a message like this one. If the child is unable to drink or develops difficulty breathing, you must return immediately. It's simple, it's direct, and it can absolutely be the difference between life and death. It turns the caregiver into an empowered, active partner in the child's recovery. They become the first line of defense if things start to go wrong.
And the last piece of the puzzle, follow-up. The healthcare worker doesn't just send the family on their way and cross their fingers. Nope. There's a specific schedule for coming back to make sure the treatment is actually working. Look at this. For pneumonia, they need to see that child again in just 2 days. It closes the loop and ensures the child is truly getting better.
Okay, so let's zoom out and look at the whole picture. These 5 steps, they're not just a random list. They create what I like to call a life-saving loop, a continuous cycle of care that protects a child at every single stage of their illness.
Let's run through it one last time. You assess to find the symptoms and danger signs. You classify to figure out the severity using those color codes. You treat with the right medication or referral. You counsel to educate the caregiver, and you follow up to make sure the child recovers. That is the core of IMCI. It's a sequence that leaves nothing to chance.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. IMCI isn't just about prescribing medicine. It's a complete system. It combines accurate clinical assessment with empowering the family, the caregivers. And together, that creates this powerful safety net that helps a child get back to health every single step of the way.
Pretty incredible, right? This process is simple, it's effective, and it saves lives. And it really makes you wonder, where else could a structured approach like this mix of clear steps in human care, make a world of difference? It just goes to show you that sometimes the most revolutionary idea is just a really, really good plan.